All right, so let's listen to the audio. But before we go there, you can see here the person is already amazed with the divination results. The person says, wow, interesting. This one day I'll have to come and see you personally. Right now, that's not our interest. Our interest is to go and listen to the audio about the placenta.
Please, one issue identified is that do you know where they buried your placenta or your umbilical cord? Do you know where it was buried? What is seen is that the place that thing was buried, someone has been setting fire over there. Someone has been setting fire over there. So when that thing is happening, what it means is that it is going to cause instability in your life and hardship in your life. Whatever happens to that thing that was buried happens to you. So there is going to be agitation in your life. Anytime that the fire is set, there's going to be agitation in your life. So you should talk to your parents, let them show you where that thing was buried. You go and fetch sand from there, buy a pot, then you fill the sand in the pot and you plant something on it. So when you fed the sand, you pour the sand in a new pot, then you bury the pot somewhere else, somewhere that you know you can take care of, and you plant a tree on it so that your placenta will be at peace. So if you don't know, since you are from the Everland, you can go back home to the Everland and then get a priest from there. Let them do a divination about it, and Afa will guide you on how to go about it.
So that's it. Now let's just go down. This audio was done for the person at 10:09 a.m. Right now, we just went down and the person, okay, the person just confirmed, very true. All right, here, just called my parents about the placenta issue. They are actually cooking. They are actually cooking around that area. So I told the person it's either they move the cooking or you move the placenta. Now, if you are done listening to this, I'm sure you now understand why the placenta is very, very important and must be taken very good care of. Let me now take you to the amniotic fluid. Now, before we talk about the amniotic fluid, let's talk about creation so that you understand what the amniotic fluid is. According to some secrets in Afa, the first element that came to earth, the first element in the beginning of creation, the first element to appear is the element of air. Yes. Void, air. Air is the same as sound because humans are able to make sound because it is air that generates from the stomach through to the, is it what the voice box or what they call, is it trachea? You see, and when it reaches here, there is something here that we call the epiglottis. Right? So the air comes with some speed and force, and this one looks like a drum that when the air reaches there, it bubbles up, and the turning of the tongue up and down, just like when people are playing guitar, when you press on the strings, it gives you different sound. Right? So that's how sound is able to be made. Just think about whistling. Air that I just put from out into my body through my mouth, and the way I do my mouth and my tongue, then it generates the sound. So sound and air are the same thing. Okay. That's why the Everest call sound B, and then air to B. Right? So sound code is BSA. Now let me just put that one aside. So the first element to come during creation is the air. The second element to come is earth. How was earth formed? You see, you can lock up your room, right, for months, up all the windows, yet you still go and you see your floor very, very dusty. So air filled the void for millions and billions of years, and somehow, dust was created out of the air, and the dust settled under. So you will say earth came and settled under the air. So the opposite of air is earth. Astrology will tell you this, that air and earth don't really, they are the very opposite. All right. Now, after the earth settled below the air, when air blows on something for a very long time, the thing becomes so dry and very dehydrated. This is why in summer, it is very easy. Is it summer? I don't even really know the Westerners, what is the calendar? Their season. But in Akan, we will say Epebre, dry season. You see, it's very easy for places to catch fire. So after air blew on the earth for a while, the dryness generated fire. So fire is the third element that came. Now when fire is set for a while, everywhere becomes so dry because there is something in air that blows fire. Air is the fuel of fire. So the earth became so dry and fruitless. And the two elements became agitated. The two elements became agitated. There was too much heat in the system. So they cried for help, and and water was sent to come in. So water is the fourth element that came. Now when water came to cool down the heat, to cool down the fire, and it had to cover everything for the fire to be quenched or to bring to the barest minimum so that all the elements can settle at peace. This is why when you read the Bible will tell you that in the beginning, water was covering everywhere and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. All right. Now, the Bible will also tell you that humans were created out of earth, dust. Okay. We are coming there. So, water was covering everything. So, earth was kind of engulfed or surrounded by water, and air became a component of the water. This is why we have air in water. And then the earth was settled under. So if you enter any water, we have air as a component of the water, yet earth is settled under. Right. Now, let me bring you to the belly of a pregnant woman. You will see the baby in the woman, and the baby is engulfed or surrounded by water, known as the amniotic fluid. So when the gods were ready to bring out the human body, they ordered that water makes space for the earth to show up, for the air to hang on top of it. So the water separated itself and went to a side, what we call the sea and the various rivers. So the sea is the amniotic fluid of creation for the earth and air, the sea. The same way the human body represents the earth in a pregnant woman's body or a pregnant woman's belly or womb. Right? So you, the earth, are engulfed with the amniotic fluid, yet you are able to breathe because air is a component of the water in there. Therefore, if the earth is destroyed, seawater can be used to mend the earth. This is why humans can use the seawater to cleanse, and the agitation in their life will go away. So that amniotic fluid that separates from the baby when a woman delivers, this fluid is supposed to be used for the healing purposes or healing procedures of the baby throughout the baby's life journey. Yet when it comes up, you throw it away. I may not be able to go deeper than this, but I hope that this knowledge teaches you something about life, about nature, and that all knowledge that we seek are right there before our eyes in nature. My name is Paulvin. I'm the administrator of African Spiritual Connections platform. My purpose is to teach about African spirituality and African culture and African wisdom. I think I just gave you one today. Thank you. If you have the wish to support what I'm doing, you can go ahead and then send me any token, right? But I would not end without saying that divination is very important. If this person did not come for divination, he wouldn't have found out that somebody is setting fire close to his placenta and he needs to go and quench that fire. So don't just sit down there. Do divination. In case you want to do divination, soul divination, you can contact me. You can take my number from the screen and you contact me. And then we will know how we will help you. Thank you. Bye-bye.